Hello, I'm dgerard, and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, our AI friends still crave that stock market money. Of course they do. OpenAI is still going for an initial public offering as absolutely soon as possible, because Sam Altman needs those public dollars, and he wants to get in before Anthropic. When OpenAI hits the market, the imaginary private valuation of OpenAI transmutes into a much more real public valuation. And bingo! Sam's printed $1 trillion out of thin air. There's just the little problem that when you do an IPO, your SEC S1 filing needs to be an audited document that's not a tire fire. And OpenAI's own Chief Financial Officer, Sarah Fryer, says the company is not actually ready at all. Quote, she didn't believe the company would be ready to go public in 2026 because of the procedural and organizational work needed and the risks from its spending commitments. Unquote. Usually the CFO works directly under the CEO. That's not the case at OpenAI. Fryer reports to Fiji Simo, head of the applications business, and Simo's on medical leave, and Altman is leaving Fryer out of financial discussions entirely. Quote, Altman has excluded her from some conversations related to the company's financial plans. For instance, in recent months he left Fryer out of a conversation about service spending with leaders at one of OpenAI's top investors, one of those people said. Her absence was noticeable and awkward, given that a previous conversation on the same topic included her, according to an attendee. Unquote. Sidelining your finance officer is bizarre, especially when you're trying for an IPO. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. The Wall Street Journal got hold of the documents that OpenAI and Anthropic were giving prospective investors and has gone through some of the numbers. Both companies need to keep pumping out the new models, so training costs are their biggest expense for the next couple of years. Even if you don't do a new model, you don't just train a model once and done. You need to keep updating the training. It's an ongoing expense. The journal tries to present the numbers as much nicer than they are, but they're sort of terrible. So OpenAI and Anthropic have both given their prospective investors two sets of numbers, one with training and one without. I'm sure you can pretend there's a path to profit if you just assume your expenses don't exist. How's the SpaceX IPO going? Elon Musk has told the banks, the law firms and the auditors vying for his business that if they want business from this IPO, they've got to subscribe to the Grok chatbot. Some of the banks trying for the job have already signed up for tens of millions worth of Grok. Who knows, they might use it for anything ever. For the banks that get the job, fees could be on the order of $500 million. So Musk telling the banks to buy Grok is a much more expensive version of telling them to eat a bug to show they're really committed. Bikini pics of children, optional. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. Remember, hit like and subscribe on YouTube, leave a nice review on your podcast app, and send your $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes. Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow, and bye for now.